Alright guys, what's up? It's been a while, haven't done a review in a bit, and so I'm here to do my thoughts on the 8th episode of Mayo Chiki. So, I mean, it's been pretty busy week, ended up starting last year of high school, so it was pretty hectic, especially with the schedules, and they ended up changing everything, so it was really fucked up. But, on to the 8th episode. So, in this episode of Mayo Chiki, it was just like the 7th episode. There was pretty, almost, I wouldn't say high amount, maybe middle, decent amount. I'm not saying decent because, I wanted it, but, I mean, based off of the last episode, it was a decent amount compared to the other episode. So, overall, there was fan service in here. I'd say half the episode was. Right off the bat, they go to the pool and stuff, and you see them sleeping, so showcasing some fan service, and then they ended up doing a little mixture of having Subaru hide behind Jiro while Subaru's dad is in the pool with Jiro, and you're actually able to hear a conversation between Subaru's dad and Jiro, and you can tell Subaru's dad isn't really the jackass that maybe some of you thought he was, but all along he's just trying to protect his daughter, and he ended up telling Jiro that, his daughter's too cute, attracts too much attention from guys and stuff like that. So, normal reaction from a father and everything. And she was behind Jiro listening to everything underwater. Or half her body was underwater. And you're actually able to see the past for Subaru. Now, what I want to say right off the bat is they did a good job. I felt like they really thought this through. I mean, they were adding a fan service episode, which doesn't really, need much thought at all. Fan service is just fan service. It's plain and obvious. You don't have to really think at all. But then they, added some seriousness to the anime. They actually focused on the story and talked about Subaru's mother, and I think it was pretty cool. I think they did a good job with that. It actually really felt like they actually, thought about it and decided which would fit right about her mother dying. She had a this isn't the first time you heard about her mother dying, but this is where they explain it. And she was buried near the festival they were at, and then you were able to hear Suzuki ends up saying that she didn't. The reason why she brought Jiro and everyone and used him as an excuse to come to this little island is because if she went on her trip with her parents, Subaru wouldn't be able to see her mother, visit her mother's grave, and her mother's grave, it's her anniversary today in this episode. So that's the reason why Suzuki ended up, pulling out this entire plan, using Jiro as an excuse, taking them to this island, just so she wouldn't go to her parents' trip, so Subaru can see her mother. Now I think that's pretty cool. I think, I guess she's caring for her. I guess we already knew they were close friends, so I guess she was putting her friend ahead of herself. And later on, you're able to see that Subaru is dressed as a girl, going by a different name, obviously, so no one knows, and is giving out a free kiss to anyone who wins the paintball game. And it was really funny. If you guys remember the part where I forgot her name, she was tan, and I think she had sort of like blonde hair, and she's a fan of Jiro and the boys' love of Jiro and Subaru, and she ends up, drinking Coca-Cola, I think is what it was, and getting drunk off of it, and, I think Usami going, she gets drunk after drinking carbonated drinks, and it's like, what the hell? How does someone get drunk off that? It's almost like, from Naruto, Rock Lee, he ended up, getting drunk, after drinking just a little bit of wine or whatever it was, but, she gets drunk and she ends up using some secret move where she's able to take or remove Jiro's belt and Usami's, I think, bra or something, and she was able to remove those in one swipe. So it was really funny. That's honestly about it. In the end of the episode, they get together. They do a little more dialogue. Jiro ends up hugging her and telling her, don't hold this all on your own. Pretty obvious stuff. And I think that was the end of the anime. Near the end, which came to a surprise to me, is Subaru ends up saying she doesn't want to be friends forever, and she wants to be more than friends. At that point, you know, that changes it, because normally when you're friends in an anime, when you're friends with some girl, she doesn't immediately say right off the bat, I want to be more than friends. This is a change, right? This isn't something you see all the time. Normally in an anime, which is really repetitive, is that once, you know, the guy says, you know, we're friends, you know, let's be friends forever, whatever, she ends up agreeing and then later on developing feelings. But Subaru already was developing feelings, and at this point, as soon as he says that, she says she wants to be more. So I think that's a good plot twist. I think this anime is really getting set off unique. I thought at the beginning I thought it was going to be you know, repetitive with the guy getting beat up and everything, and you know, I thought it was just repetitive fan service harem. But apparently this is actually actually setting itself from the other anime similar to this, and I think doing a good job with it, and I think it's a good idea that they made Subaru end up saying I want to be more than friends early on, because it's not something you see all the time. That's really about it. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to, if you're interested, check out the blog that my friend is actually managing for me. He posts his ideas and everything, and if you guys want to be involved in it, post your ideas, just send me a message. And that's really about it. So I'll see you guys later, and make sure to like the video if you liked what I just did, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.